Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Geez, tough crowd, eh? I love the Mac, by the way. I should get myself one of those. I should get a Mac and a Vespa and a Prius and sit in a coffee shop and I'll just be instantaneously more creative every day. So. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jaco Marquardt from a business unit called Wonderware Southern Africa. More recently, we are now Schneider Electric Software. You may not be familiar with Schneider Electric. Anybody familiar with Schneider Electric? Okay, so we do the exciting stuff, the sexy stuff on the software side. It's fantastic to be here with you this afternoon and talk about everything IoT in front of the collective brains trust that is IoT of EOH. So I've only seen 3 really presentations and already a few really important things have come up. So I'm going to try and stick to my 10 minutes, which is starting now, which includes which includes a video, by the way. So just very briefly, so we do industrial IoT, okay? So IoT is IoT, and I think the beauty about IoT is that you can't contain it. And a lot of people are trying to contain it. And the reality is that what we see today as IoT, or in our world industrial IoT, is stuff that has been around for the last 20 years. It's just labeled something different now. Essentially, you are still solving the same operational problems that require the same business outcomes and the same business objectives. In other words, you can throw a plethora of sensors and whatever you want at something, but there has to be a business outcome or a business objective. And in our world of IoT, it's a little bit more complex. So you go to a mine, for example. I mean, these are businesses that have spent gazillions on all sorts of assets and capital expenditures, refrigeration plants and all sorts of things. And the expectation from them is, okay, I've got to replace something. No, you don't have to replace anything. There's a lot of hesitation from a lot of these industrial companies. But really, IoT for us is really centered around 4 things. The first thing is value chain optimization. In other words, how does IoT help you to get visibility across the entire value chain, which most businesses don't have. So in other words, if you're looking at a mine from pit to port, how does IoT help you with that? The second one is production optimization. What sort of insights can I get from the data on my plant floor, on my production environment? The third one is the one that I think has probably come up a lot today, is asset performance management, but not just predictive analytics. Predictive analytics are so 2 years ago. We're talking about prescriptive analytics. I'm a poor millennial, semi-skilled guy. I don't want to be told what I should be doing. I want to be shown what to do in terms of asset performance management. So not just predictive analytics, but prescriptive analytics. And the fourth one, and probably the most important one, is workforce transformation. How do we use IoT for workforce transformation? Again, the poor millennial that doesn't know how to fix a piece of machinery, how do we use IoT to help him? How do we tell people what they should be doing? How do we help them make informed decisions with IoT? So I'm sick of IoT, between us, by the way, because it's stuff that's been around for a very long time. And nobody has ever come to us saying, I want to buy IoT. Sell me 5 IoTs. There's no such thing. It is solving business challenges. And that's the thing that people have to realize, is you can throw a gazillion of sensors at something, you can get so much data emanating from all of that, but the real question around IoT is, what do you do with that data and how do you make it useful? Anyway, so just quick 2 examples. I'll start off with a video. I hope it works. It should.
Farming has changed dramatically over the last 20, 30, 40 years.
SCADA Farm is a software solution that's been used by farmers in New Zealand. The software servers are connected to the irrigators and to the pumps. It allows us to adjust the amount of water we apply to the land, and it can integrate with the weather forecasts that are coming and make adjustments on the fly to the irrigator.
The machine might be saving up to 50% of its allocated water use, and I could contribute that to the efficient use of SCADA Farm. I wouldn't go back without it.
Built on Azure IoT, Schneider Electric allows us to collect and analyse the data needed to deliver the insights our customers require to stay competitive. To transform the way we farm, we need a trusted cloud platform that is as global and local as our own industry. And that's why we went with Schneider Electric and Microsoft.
All right, so this is the first example. I always like the global examples because they have the budgets for the videos. So we have videos this year. We have our own local videos. So this is probably the most recent success story, if I can call it that we have globally in terms of IoT, which is a company called Waterforce. So Waterforce is obviously not a farmer. They're an OEM in the agriculture space. So they provide solutions to farmers. And they deployed a solution that they actually built their own product from called Skater Farm. So built on, I'll get to that now, what it's built on. So the story is really that they are a leader in sustainable water solutions, and they wanted to address the growing demand for water with a sophisticated but easy to use cloud-based water management solution. Sounds simple, sounds easy, but they had to build it because it didn't exist. So the goal was to build a complete water management portal that would increase operational efficiency, improve water. Okay, all of those are the usual sort of marketing blurb. But this is the exciting bit. And when we say exciting is that they have in the first year, the farmers have reported a 50% reduction in energy in the first year of using the solution. 50% less energy, 50% less water usage in the first year, simply by deploying a very simple. If you look at some of the collateral that we have available around the story, by deploying really simple, easy technologies and solutions, they can show those kind of savings. And the other thing that's really exciting from our perspective is that the OEM now has the opportunity to deliver other value-added services around this. A lot of people argue that the OEM market in South Africa is dead. We don't. We believe that there's so much opportunity for OEM in South Africa. And I think the advent of cheap networks and cheap sensors are enabling a lot of that for a lot of businesses in South Africa. So using our solution, which is a clear SCADA, I'm not going to try and explain all of that to you now. It's basically a SCADA telemetry type solution with our online insight, which is what we call the Google of the plant floor or the industrial floor, together with some Azure cloud stuff. They delivered the solution. So it's a really nice little story. We have a success story video. We've got some information around how this solution was built and deployed. So that's agriculture. The second one closer to home is Igoli Gas, Johannesburg, obviously. So Igoli Gas, with this instance, there was no Sigfox, no any of those networks. It is something that was purely built being clever using just cellular. We do have all the Sigfox stories as well, by the way. We've got the Labellum parking sensors that we've done in France. We have those stories as well. But this is a very simple one where they simply decided, okay, we have a solution that is currently depending on Excel, and we currently have a solution where our workers have to drive to 7,200 gas meters across a 1,800 kilometer long network to collect all of this data. I mean, it's absolutely mindless. So the solution is a few years old, but they're busy revamping it now using more modern technologies such as Sigfox and various others. So what they did was they wanted to implement a GSM-based acquisition technology that wanted, with the ultimate goal, to meet customer needs on the gas network safely, to understand, okay, what do our customers actually need in terms of supply today? What is the demand? What can we supply? And is that information accurate? Meaning, is it real time? And that's as simple as that. Igoli Gas. So the solution that was deployed is built on what we call system platform, which is our convergence platform. I love it. Everybody has a platform. Eh? Everybody has a platform or a network or a consultancy but that's what it is. It's a convergence platform. And in our world, the convergence platforms, by the way, has the objective of bringing together IT and OT. If you're familiar with our world, you know that the guys in IT and the guys in OT on the plant floor, they've been sitting across from each other the last few years throwing stones at each other. And we believe that the advent of IoT is actually bringing that together. It's converging IT and OT, which is really exciting. Anyway, back to the story. So what they did was one of our partners, they built cost-effective solar-powered vandal-proof logging station. Geez, only in South Africa, eh? Cost-effective solar-powered vandal-proof logging station, what they called Smart 2s, and they deploy these things all over the place. They connected that to our convergence platform and logged everything to our industrial historian, from where they can do any amount or combination of analytics and information that they would like to get. And all of this is a real-time system. That was key to the entire thing. It has to be a real-time system. There's no room for guessing in this sort of space. The results, they had obviously travel time, cost and time estimated to about 95% cost cut and 100% improvement in the quality of the data. Again, moving from paper to digitization. Okay, so that's Igorli Gas. There's some stuff that will be shared with you in terms of the success story if you'd like to read more. And I have to sell a little bit. Just by the way, when it comes to IoT, people don't want to be sold to. They want to be educated. And we've learned that the hard way. The worst thing that you can do is to try and sell IoT to somebody. And I mean, that's just generally speaking. People today in 2017, they want to be educated. They don't want to be sold to. But I'm going to do some selling now because you look like you need to be sold to today. We have a conference coming up in April, which is our exchange conference. It's been going for 25 years. In 2018, it will be at Champagne Sports Resort. And we will talk about all things digital transformation in the industrial world. We're expecting around 400 people, and we've got some subject matter experts from the mining world, food and bev, pharmaceutical, oil and gas. So it'll be great if you can join us there for that, if you're interested. We can do an EOH discount, as we always do. Hey? Okay. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.